So, how to get out of this?
Don't lose your face over a credit card. Save your card with the balance transfer facility from People's Bank. Transfer the balance of another credit card to a People's Bank credit card with the lowest interest rate and pay it off through monthly installments. More details at www.peoplesbank.lk.
In a few moments, the news.
Save your card with the balance transfer facility from People's Bank. More details at peoplesbank.lk.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The time is 1:15. Here is the news edited by Catherine Pereira, read by Victor Raj. First, take a look at the headlines of the local news. The time period for the payment of Saubhagya COVID-19 Punaruddha Relief Loan installment has been extended by another 3 months. A discussion on the government transport policy will be held this afternoon. Several charges taken from the bus operators will be released from the last March. Attention will be focused to quarantine beggars in the Colombo city. The Colombo dockyard has manufactured the largest ship in the country. Foreign news, Donald Trump camp vows legal fight just began. Local news in detail. The government has decided to extend the time period for the payment of Saubhagya COVID-19 Punaruddha Relief Loans installment by another 3 months. Accordingly, the 6 months grace period will be increased up to 9 months. The government has introduced this relief loan program to uplift the small and medium-scale entrepreneurs who have suffered from the COVID-19 pandemic. This program is being implemented under the advice of the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and the Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. Minister Gamini Lokuge says that the information will be revealed on the government transport policy to maintain the transport activities, to conduct daily routines of the government office and essential services with the face of COVID-19 pandemic at the media briefing to be held this afternoon. General Manager of the Railways, Dilantha Fernando, told the SLBC that the office trains have been added for the transportation according to the advice given by the government. The chairman of the Sri Lanka Transport Board, Kingsley Ranawaka, says that the buses will be operated for the convenience of the employees of the state and private sector except the isolated areas. The chairman of the Private Bus Association, Gamunu Vijayaratna, said that they are ready to operate their buses if the new transport policy will be submitted soon. He said at present 4,000 buses have operated island-wide. Sri Lanka will lift a series of fees charged from the inter-provincial private bus operators from March to December 2020 to reduce costs during a COVID-19 pandemic, as buses are required to carry fewer passengers, the State Information Office said. The Cabinet of Ministers had approved a Ministry of Transport proposal to waive permit updating charges, penalties, tender charges, logbook charges, access permit charges and temporary permit charges for expressways. Sri Lanka's private bus operators have asked for a ticket price increase or a diesel subsidy, as they are required to carry passengers according to the number of seats or with a gap between seats. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Save your card with the balance transfer facility from People's Bank. More details at peoplesbank.lk.
More local news. Health Medical Officer of Muskelia, V. Chandarajan, says that a 12-year-old school child has been identified as a COVID-19 infected among the 163 PCR tests conducted in the Muskelia Health Medical Office area. The students and her mother The student and the mother will be directed for quarantine. Meanwhile, it has been revealed that a doctor, nurse and an attendant of the Ridgeway Hospital in Borella have been infected with virus. It is also reported a public health officer of the Agalabatta Health Medical Office has also infected with virus. Colombo District Secretary Pradeep Yasaratna says that the government has paid attention to quarantine the beggars who are staying in Colombo city. More than 60 beggars have been identified in this regard. He said the necessary court orders will be taken to quarantine all of them. Participating in the Torrington operation program of the SLBC today, he said the 360 beggars in Colombo city have been quarantined. He said the dry ration worth 10,000 rupees will be given to the families who are in under self-quarantined. At present, this concession has already been given to 9,600 families. Measures will also be taken to provide relief for 249 families living in flats in Angulana area which was isolated. Police media spokesman DIG Ajit Rohan says that an investigation has commenced regarding the persons who have organized a party at a 5-star hotel in an isolated area. The quarantine rules are being imposed island-wide. He also emphasized the people of the country should act according to the quarantine rules. He made these remarks participating in the Torrington Operation Live program of the National Radio. He also stated that the people living in the quarantine area should not go out and also should prevent from entering the isolated areas. He said the virus could control by adhering to the health guidelines. The Colombo dockyard is capable of manufacturing the largest ship in the country with using modern technology. The Colombo dockyard initiated this jointly collaboration effort with the Onomichi Company of Japan. The 51% of the right of the ownership is for Japan and the other 35% for Sri Lanka. The 100% of the local engineers have contributed to manufacture the ship. The ship has been manufactured for a private company of Japan. That ends local news.
Save your card with the balance transfer facility from People's Bank. Transfer the balance of another credit card to a People's Bank credit card with the lowest interest rate. More details at www.peoplesbank.lk.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
Sri Lankan health officials identified 356 new COVID-19 patients over a 24-hour period that ended at 6 a.m. today. The National Operations Center for the Prevention of COVID-19 revealed all new patients belonging to the Minuwangoda and Paliagoda clusters. That ends main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Moving on to Watchlight. The commuters complain that there is less number of buses during peak hours. The public transport is severely affected due to the prevailing situation. As a result, the daily passengers are affected. The public and private employees request the Transport Ministry, Western Province Passenger Transport Authority to look into this matter and take effective measures to remedy this situation. That came to you in Watchlight. Moving on to world news, let's take a look at the headlines. Donald Trump camp vows legal fight just began. China's Sinovac vaccine trial halted in Brazil. Peruvian Congress votes to impeach President Martin Vizcarra. World news in detail. U.S. President Donald Trump's spokeswoman has vowed the legal battle to contest Joe Biden's White House election victory is only just beginning. This election is not over, White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany told a news conference. Far from it, she made a flurry of allegations of the election's corruption, although no evidence of systematic fraud that might have influenced the result has emerged. Mr. Trump, a Republican, has not conceded the race. The Brazilian clinical trial for the high-profile Chinese COVID-19 vaccine has been suspended after health authorities reported a severe adverse incident. Brazilian health authorities Anvisa said it took place on 29th of October but did not give further details. The Sinovac vaccine is one of the several vaccines in the final stage of testing, but China has already been using it to immunize thousands of the people in an emergency use program. There was no immediate response from Sinovac. Peru's Congress has voted to impeach President Martin Vizcarra over allegations he handed out government contracts in return for bribes. Mr. Vizcarra said he would accept the vote and not take any legal action and leave the presidential palace. Manuel Merino, the Speaker of Congress, is expected to assume the presidency until July 2021, when Vizcarra's term was due to end. It is the second attempt over the last 2 months to oust the president. Mr. Vizcarra, 57, has previously denied allegations that he accepted bribes worth 2.3 million sols when he was governor of the southern Moquegua region. To wrap up the world news, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Donald Trump camp vows legal fight just began. China's Sinovac vaccine trial halted in Brazil. Peruvian Congress votes to impeach President Martin Vizcarra. That ends the world news.
Development News is brought to you by...
When Aya bought a motorbike, he bought 2 helmets. So sweet of him. I'm sure the other one is for me.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others. When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves. Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neve.
The government has planned to establish pharmaceutical manufacturing zones with modern technologies in an 400 acre of land in the Arabok estate in the Hambantota district. It is also expected to provide concessions to encourage investors who are willing to invest in this zone. That came to you in Development News.
When Tati bought a new family car, it wasn't just for the 4 of us.
It's a 10-seater van. Enough for friends and relatives too.
Mummy insisted on building an extra room in our new house.
Well, you never know who'll come to stay. We need more pillows too.
When I was studying late, Nangi would come by to help.
No, I don't know physics, but I do know you need a Munchie Super Cream Cracker.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others.
When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves.
Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neve.
Moving on to sports news, the final match of the IPL tournament will be played in Dubai today. Mumbai Indians team and the Delhi Capitals will compete for the IPL 2020 championship. The match will begin at 7:30 p.m. This will be the 6th occasion the Mumbai Indians participating for the final match of the IPL tournament. Earlier, the Mumbai Indians team won the IPL championship 4 times. Delhi Capitals will face for the final of the IPL for the first time. 4 foreign players will be played for each team. That ends sports news.
Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Fitz Air is Sri Lanka's first and only private airline to be licensed for the international cargo operations, have inducted an A321 to their fleet. Fitz Air positions a P2C A321 converted freight to support the local export market and boost transshipment volumes via Colombo. Fitz Air will operate schedules regional flights to the Middle East and Indian subcontinent and mount charter flights on demand. The A321F will supplement its existing capacity on its ATR-72, which can carry 6.5 tons. That ends Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The wait is over and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSB Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSB Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Economic news. Courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. It will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Stock market operations continued seamlessly with no interruptions between October 26th and November 6th. Amidst an environment where some officers of the Colombo Stock Exchange and several stockbroker officers were locked in areas subject to quarantine curfew. In a noteworthy development, trading activity during this period indicates that investors have responded positively to the noteworthy initiative taken by the capital market shareholders to continue to operate the market completely remotely, with considerable investing arrangements being recorded during this period. That ends Economic News.
Hello, Puta, did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Finally, on to the weather report. The Met Department says showers or thundershowers will occur at times in northern, eastern, north central and northwestern provinces. Heavy showers above 100 mm can be expected at some places in northern, north central and northwestern provinces and in Trincomalee district. Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places elsewhere after 2 p.m. Heavy showers above 100 mm can be expected at some places in western, Sabaragamu, southern and central provinces. That is weather report. To wrap up the afternoon news on Radio Sri Lanka, let's take a look at the headlines once again. The time period for the payment of Saubhagya COVID-19 Punarudhar relief loan installments have been extended by another 3 months. A discussion on the government transport policy will be held this afternoon. Several charges taken from the bus operators will be released from the last March. Attention will be focused to quarantine beggars in the Colombo city. The Colombo dockyard has manufactured the largest ship in the country. Foreign news, Donald Trump camp vows legal fight just began.